when collecting older military rifles or even older guns from the 1800s, it could be civilian and that, you're going to run in to needing certain tools to do the job right, to identify and to make ammunition for. A lot of these guns have obsolete ammunition. So there's some basic things you're going to need, and I'll do some videos showing how all these things are used. I just wanted to cover some advice on what tools you should have. First and foremost, with any type of working with guns, or if you're cleaning them or just working on your own, a must is a very good set or gunsmith set of screwdrivers. This is one right here. This is Wheeler set. And what this does is, because a lot of the older guns have screws which can be extremely large but with very narrow slots, and it's hard to find screwdrivers to fit them properly. And if you don't have the proper fitting screwdriver, you can damage the screw, strip the slot out, and then you'll never get the gun assembled right or anything. These kits this one here goes for about $60. You can buy them online, cheaper than dirt, Sportsman's Guide. Any of the gunsmithing supply houses will have them. And this one has a couple of the star shape or the Torx, and these here are kind of like, I think, Allen head type. And you can get these sets. They have specialized tools for the 45 automatic, for the Glock, the Super Deluxe set or something. There are more bits and that to add to this, but I just got this set is all I need for what I'm going to be working on, and it's invaluable. So get yourself a good screwdriver set is a must. You know, get one. That way you'll be able to disassemble your guns when you have to do different things to them. And basically with the older guns, you're probably going to have to, one thing is slug the bore to determine the lands and grooves. Because generally you'll be casting a bullet, and you need that information to know what diameter bullet you have to cast, or what size bullets you need to reload. And also chamber castings. A lot of the old guns were never marked. Some of them may have been converted, so you may have to take a chamber casting to check out the caliber in that. And I'll get into videos on both of them later. But what you would need when doing those procedures is you need some machinist tools. And basically, one thing that's a must even reloading are dial calipers. Dial calipers, these are starts, they're pretty expensive, but what this tool can do is it measures diameter between the jaws, outside diameter, OD. You can use this end here to measure ID. You can measure the ID this way. And if you need to measure depth, you use it like that. You can measure depth. So you can measure three ways: OD, ID, and depth with dial calipers. So that's probably the one basic tool that you will need. Now you can get the ones made in China. I have two of them here, and they're pretty cheap. They're made out of steel, but if you ever bash them or drop them, they'll jump the gears and be off. And once you do that, they're basically, like this set here kind of re-zeros. So you don't have to put a lot of money into them. You can get these Harbor Freight. If you take care of the cheaper ones, they'll work just fine for you. As long as you don't bang them real hard or drop them, if you're very careful with them, the least expensive ones will do the job. These here, that's what I use at work. Starrets, they're kind of on the expensive side. They're over $100. But if you go to, and I have it in here, Enco is the name of the company. Got a catalog from, oh, I should have marked the page. They have them at $28, $34, $35 digital. I like the dial if you like the digital. One thing you can get is a machinist, three-piece machinist toolkit, which is dial calipers, 0 to 1 mics, and a scale. Comes in a plastic protective box for $32. The other machinist tool you may need are micrometers. Micrometers are extremely accurate and used for measuring the OD only. I use these more or less to measure my bullets. This is a 0, it's a ½ inch. This is a specialized tool. I couldn't find my 0 to 1s. But micrometers may be another good thing to pick up. And you can get them reasonably well, at a reasonable price. Even the ones made in China, as long as you don't bash and drop them for measuring thousandths or so, they're good. So those are two kind of specialty tools you could use. And another tool, which information is a tool, I found this book here that I bought. It's worth its weight in gold. It covers a lot of the guns from the 1880s and a lot of the black powder cartridge guns, which I'm interested in. And it covers a large number of them, U.S. and foreign. And they're very detailed pictures. The single shot martinis are in there. The British guns, all the French guns, the Gras, the Dutch rifles, and the Mausers. 71 and 7184 is covered in here in detail. And this book is well worth the money you spend on it, because it shows you exactly how to disassemble the gun and the different tips on how, like when you get to sticking points, like something that's tightly fitted, how to tap it out with a wooden block and that. Extremely valuable. Because the older guns are a bit more difficult to disassemble. It wasn't until the 20th century that the engineers started designing military firearms to where this foot soldier can basically disassemble it to clean or repair anything, in the field. The older guns were still technologically where if something was wrong, you had to take it back to the base armor, and they had all the screwdrivers and had to disassemble and take things out. So if you like them older guns, this book really helped me a lot, because I don't know everything about every type of gun. I have a general knowledge, but this here was well worth it.